heard your footsteps down the hall before you reached the door. A quiet rhythm I once knew, but don't hear anymore. The evening leaned against the walls in shades of amber light. You stood there like a memory, returning for a while. I said your name so carefully, like it might break the air. But in the way you looked at me, I knew it still was there. And when your hand brushed over mine, it wasn't like before. It held a trace of everything we couldn't quite ignore. When your name felt like home, I didn't have to wonder. Every word, every breath fell right into its place. Now it echoes in the space between what we remember. Not gone, not the same, just softer than those days. You spoke of things that filled your time in cities far from here. I listened like a passing train was slowing just to hear. The past was never loud enough to take us by surprise, but in the way we let it stay, it opened something wide. And in that quiet in-between, we almost let it arise. A moment just before the truth finds shape inside your eyes. But we both knew where it would lead if we had let it grow. So we held back the rising tide and let the feeling slow. When your name felt like home, I didn't have to question. Every doubt, every fear settled far away. Now it lingers in the dark, just beyond the silence. Still close, still alive, in a quiet way. No need to say what could have been, it's written in the air. And how we stood a little close, then left it resting there. The night moved on, the door was closed, but something stayed behind. A warmth that didn't ask to last, just long enough to find. When your name felt like home, it wasn't just a moment, it was time, it was truth we carried in our hands. Now it lives without a sound, in everything unspoken, still near, still warm, like it never really ends. The steam rose slowly from your cup and blurred the space between. A quiet line I couldn't trace but didn't need to see. You held it close without a word, as if to keep it near. Like something small and almost gone was clearer when it's here. A song beneath the steam, it stayed where we were sitting. Not loud enough to take a shape, but soft enough to feel. It moved without a melody, just settling between us. In every every pause and every breath, it slowly made its way. You brushed the rim with careful hands, then let them rest again. Like you had almost said something, but chose to let it bend. I listened more than looking up and followed where it went. That quiet sound beneath it all that didn't need a name. A song beneath the steam. It lingered just below us, not rising up, not fading out, just staying as it was. No sudden change, no lifted tone, just something gently holding, like warmth that never asks to stay but never fully leaves. The light leaned in and slipped away, the room remained the same, but something in the air we shared had shifted just enough. And when the cups were left to cool, we didn't try to fill it. The quiet stayed the way it came and settled into us. A song beneath the steam, still somewhere in that moment. Not in the words we didn't say, but how we let it be. The sunlight slipped across your cup, then climbed the wall behind us. A quiet start, a softened room, but something slowly stirred. You traced a line along the glass. I watched but didn't ask. The air was light, but underneath a rhythm had begun. Where the sunlight came to rest, we stayed a little longer. Words were small, but something else was growing in between. A subtle change, a rising breath. No need to name it yet, just you and me, and something warm that didn't want to end. Played a little loud for just a moment there. You smiled like you almost knew we weren't the same as before. Your voice was low but clearer now. It moved a little closer, and in that space I felt the shift we didn't try to hide. Where the sunlight came to rest, we leaned into the feeling. Not too fast, not breaking through, just letting it unfold. The quiet room began to move in ways we couldn't see. A gentle pull, a steady rise that carried both of us. No sudden flame, no blinding spark, just something softly turning, like light that slowly finds its way across an open floor. And when the sun began to fade, we didn't try to hold it, but something stayed within the air that hadn't been before. Where the sunlight came to rest, a part of us remained there, not in words, not in goodbye, but in the way it felt. A quiet place, a living trace, still breathing when I close my eyes. The window held the day in place, a quiet fading light. It rested on the edge of things and didn't try to move. You sat where it could reach your hands, but not enough to warm, just soft enough to let you see the outline of your thoughts. I stayed a little further back, my cup between my hands. The air was still, the sound was low, and nothing needed more. When the window held the day, we didn't try to follow. Time remained where it had been and slowly settled down. No sudden shift, no rise in tone, just something staying gentle, like light that lingers in a room long after it should fade. You said a word I didn't catch but didn't need to hear. It felt enough the way it fell and rested where it did. I nodded like it made some sense and let it pass between. The space we had was quiet then, but not at all empty. When the window held the day, it softened every moment. Nothing moved beyond its frame, it stayed just as it was. No need to reach, no need to hold, it never asked for that. Just placed itself across the room and slowly drew us in. And when the light began to fade, we didn't try to stop it. We sat until it slipped away without a single word. When the window held the day, it left without a leaving. Still somewhere in the quiet air that never really changed. Sunlight slipped across your cup, then climbed the wall behind us. A quiet start, a softened room, but something slowly stirred. You traced a line along the glass, I watched but didn't ask. The air was light, but underneath a rhythm had begun. Where the sunlight came to rest, we stayed a little longer, was growing in between. A subtle change, a rising breath, no need to name it yet. Just you and me, and something warm that didn't want to end. The piano played a little loud for just a moment there. You smiled like you almost knew we weren't the same as before. Your voice was low but clearer now. It moved a little closer, and in that space I felt the shift we didn't try to hide. Where the sunlight came to rest, we leaned into the feeling. Not too fast, not breaking through, just letting it unfold. The quiet room began to move in ways we couldn't see. A gentle pull, a steady rise that carried both of us. No sudden flame, no blinding spark, just something softly turning, like light that slowly finds its way across an open floor. And when the sun began to fade, we didn't try to hold it, but something stayed within the air that hadn't been before. Where the sunlight came to rest, a part of us remained there. Not in words, not in goodbye, but in the way it felt. A quiet place, a living trace, still breathing when I close my eyes. The evening settled in too soon, a quiet amber glow. You stood where all the fading light had nowhere else to go. The record turned a softer line, then drifted through the room. It didn't rise, it didn't fall, just held a gentle tune. Soft light, a brief season. It lives then settles low. A quiet warmth we didn't hold, but didn't let it go. You said my name without a push. It stayed where it was placed, and in that calm and measured tone, there was no need to chase. I tried to say what crossed my mind, then let it rest instead. Some things are better left to live Nothing felt like it would end. It only settled in. You moved a little closer still. Not more than we could bear. And in that quiet, careful space, we found a way to share. Soft like a brief season, it rises then comes down. Not meant to reach beyond the night, but softly moving round. And when the light had slipped away and all was still and true, the warmth within that fleeting glow remained with me and you. We found a table near the glass where light could reach the floor. It didn't feel like anything we hadn't seen before. You set your bag beside the chair and took a quiet seat. I ordered what we always had and let the moment breathe. Where we stayed a little longer, time didn't ask for meaning, moved in small and gentle ways, and settled where we were. No reason given, nothing planned, just minutes turning softer, like something in the air we shared was asking us to stay. You spoke about the morning hours in words that didn't rush. I listened in between your lines more than the words themselves. The coffee cooled without a sound we didn't seem to mind. It felt enough to sit like that and leave the day behind. Where we stayed a little longer, the light began to wander. It slipped across your hands and sleeves, then slowly found its way. No sudden change, no lifted tone, just something staying steady, like quiet that doesn't need a name to feel a little full. You looked at me and almost smiled, but let it rest instead. I nodded like I understood and let it stay that way. The room remained a simple place, but somehow felt more close, as if the time we didn't count had given something back. Where we stayed a little longer, it never asked to last us, just held us for a passing while and left without a sound. And when we stood to leave that day, we didn't say too much, but something in the way we moved remained a little warm. Where we stayed a little longer, still somewhere in that moment, not in the words we left behind, but how we chose to stay. day stayed in your cup, halfway warm. A thin line of light on your arm. Fingerstyle guitar, bare and low. A single note falls, then lets go. No one speaks here, time goes thin. Dust in the sunlight drifts within. I keep my voice quiet, low and near, like I'm afraid it might disappear. The day stayed in your cup, didn't move. Just a soft kind of nothing to prove. Not a word we needed, not a sound. Just the way the room held us down. Your hand traced the rim, won't stand still. Like a thought you didn't feel. Outside something passed, we let it. Inside something stayed, we kept it. Strings barely moving, air between. Notes fall slower than they seem. The day stayed in your cup, breathing low, like it didn't want to let go. Not a call, not a plea, not a why. Just a quiet moment we let lie. And it ended like that, soft and slow. Still inside that afterglow. You reached across and paused halfway, as if the air could break. A tiny shift within your hand. You didn't try to shake. The light was brighter than before. It caught us unaware, and for a second everything felt open, wide and clear. A small tremble, bright moment. It lives, then finds its place. Not rising far beyond the calm, but gently changing space. You laugh and let it fade too soon, like it had gone too far. But something in that fragile sound still told me who you are. I said your name, it came out soft. You didn't look, in that steady, quiet hold, the distance gave its way. A small tremble, bright moment. It opens, then it slows. A feeling just above the line. We both already know. The music swayed a little more, then settled back again. Like everything was leaning in, then choosing not to end. You stepped a little closer now, but not enough to show. Just somewhere in that in-between, where only we could know. A small tremble, bright moment. It rises, then comes down. Not meant to stay beyond the night, but softly turning round. And in that light that came and went, without a need to stay, the feeling found a quiet shape that didn't fade away. The steam rose slowly from your cup and blurred the space between. A quiet line I couldn't trace but didn't need to see. You held it close without a word, as if to keep it near. Like something small and almost gone was clear when it's here. A song beneath the steam. It stayed where we were sitting, not loud enough to take a shape, but soft enough to feel. It moved without a melody, just settling between us. In every pause, in every breath, it slowly made its way. You brushed the rim with careful hands, then let them rest again. Like you had almost said something, but chose to let it bend. I listened more than looking up, and followed where it went. That quiet sound beneath it all that didn't need a name. A song beneath the steam. It lingered just below us, not rising up, not fading out, just staying as it was. No sudden change, no lifted tone, just something gently holding, like warmth that never asked to stay, but never fully leaves. The light leaned in and slipped away. The room remained the same. But something in the air we shared had shifted just enough. And when the cups were left to cool, we didn't try to fill it. The quiet stayed the way it came and settled into us. A song beneath the steam, still somewhere in that moment, not in the words we didn't say, but how we let it be. All the small things we kept stayed with us. Two warm cups on the table, not much fuss. Finger-picked guitar, soft and low. Mellow piano answering in the flow. Light brush on the rhythm, barely there. Like a quiet heartbeat in the air. I keep my tone steady, low and near. Every word settling here. All the small things we kept move along like a calm and easy little song. Not a rise and cry, not too high, just a soft lift passing by. You say it's good like this, then you smile, we don't need to change it. Not for a while, curtains shift a little. Morning breeze, sunlight resting gently through the leaves. Strings keep the motion warm and true. Piano walking lightly through. All the small things we kept breathing slow. Every quiet moment starts to glow. Not a call across the air, not a plea, just a quiet rhythm, you and me. And it stays this simple, day by day, in the calm we choose to stay. I didn't plan to tell you this, it just came out that way. Somewhere between the second cup and nothing left to say. You didn't look surprised at all, just leaned a little in, like maybe you had heard it once in places I had been. I said I wasn't doing well, but not in any clear way. Just that some nights felt longer now and mornings felt the same. You nodded like you understood, but didn't try to fix it. Just let the silence sit with us and gave it room to live in. I didn't plan to stay this long, it wasn't what I meant. But something in the quiet here felt easier to spend. The share the light the way you spoke, like nothing had to change. It made the weight I carried and feel smaller in that space. I told you things I don't repeat, not even to myself. Not big enough to call them pain, just things I never shelved. You listen without breaking in or turning it around. Just stayed with every word I placed, like it was safe to sound. I didn't plan to tell you this or let it come so far, but somewhere in that steady room I forgot who I was. Not in a losing kind of way, just softer than before, like I could set some pieces down right there beside the door. You said you knew that kind of day, but didn't say too much. Just that sometimes it passes slow and sometimes all at once. We didn't try to name it then or give it something clear. It felt enough to let it stay exactly how it was here. I didn't plan to tell you this, but now it's sitting here. In every pause, in how we stayed, in how it still feels near. Space you left behind, morning gray, porcelain near the window, start of day, fingerstyle guitar, deep and slow, minor piano breathing down below. I've been soft light resting on the sill. I keep my tone level and near. Every word settling here. Space you left behind moves slow, like a quiet line of thought in the glow. Not a rising cry, not a flame, just a distant echo of your name. Distant wheels passing far away, soft reflections fading into gray. Empty chair across me, still and numb, even in the silence, not alone. Strings hold the motion, soft and white. Piano murmurs falling like a tide. The space you left behind, breathing slow. Every fading moment softly flows, not a call across the air, not a plea, just a quiet distance, you and me. Room tone slowly winding through the room, light dissolving softly in the gloom. The space you left behind, I remain in the calm we can't explain. The window held the day in place, quiet fading light. It rested on the edge of things and didn't try to move. You sat where it could reach your hands, but not enough to warm, just soft enough to let you see the outline of your thoughts. I stayed a little further back, my cup between my hands. The air was still, the sound was low, and nothing needed more. When the window held the day, we didn't try to follow. Time remained where it had been and slowly settled down. No sudden shift, no rising tone, just something staying gentle, like light that lingers in a room long after it should fade. You said a word I didn't catch, but didn't need to hear. It felt enough the way it fell and rested where it did. I nodded like it made some sense and let it pass between. The space we had was quiet then, but not at all empty. When the window held the day, it softened every moment. Nothing moved beyond its frame. It stayed just as it was. No need to reach, no need to hold. It never asked for that, just placed itself across the room and slowly drew us in. And when the light began to fade, we didn't try to stop it. We sat until it slipped away without a single word. When the window held the day, it left without a leaving, still somewhere in the quiet air that never really changed. I heard your footsteps down the hall before you reached the door. A quiet rhythm I once knew, but don't hear anymore. The evening leaned against the walls in shades of amber light. You stood there like a memory, returning for a while. I said your name so carefully, like it might break the air, but in the way you looked at me, it still was there. And when your hand brushed over mine, it wasn't like before. It held a trace of everything we couldn't quite ignore. When your name felt like home, I didn't have to wonder. Every word, every breath fell right into its place. Now it echoes in the space between what we remember. Not gone, not the same, just softer than those days. You spoke of things that filled your time in cities far from here. I listened like a passing train, was slowing just to hear. The past was never loud enough to take us by surprise, but in the way we let it stay, it opened something wide. And in that quiet in between, we almost let it rise. A moment just before the truth finds shape inside your eyes. But we both knew where it would lead if we had let it grow. So we held back the rising tide and let the feeling slow. When your name felt like home, I didn't have to question. Every doubt, every fear settled far away. Now it lingers in the dark, just beyond the silence. Still close, still alive, in a quieter way. No need to say what could have been. It's written in the air. And how we stood a little close and left it resting there. The night moved on, the door was closed, but something stayed behind. A warmth that didn't ask to last, just long enough to find. When your name felt like home, it wasn't just a moment, it was time, it was truth we carried in our hands. Now it lives without a sound, and everything unspoken, still near, still warm, like it never really ends. Coffee sat between our hands, a quiet kind of warmth. The window held a fading light that didn't need to move. You said something about the day, I answered just enough. But in the way our voices stayed, there was a softer tone, where the coffee slowly cooled. We didn't seem to notice. Time moved on, but not for us. It lingered where we were. No sudden shift, no turning point, just something gently forming. In every pause, in every glance, it settled in between. Brush the edge of your cup once, then let your hand rest there, like you were waiting for a thought you didn't need to say. I watched the way the quiet grew, but never felt too much. It held us like a simple room that didn't ask for more. Where the coffee slowly cooled, we stayed a little longer. Not because we had to stay, but neither wanted to. The light leaned low across the floor and touched the side of you. I almost spoke, but let it pass. It felt enough like truth. No rising voice, no hurried breath, just something soft and steady, like warmth that fades without a sound, but leaves a trace behind. And when the cups were left untouched and chairs began to move, we stood without a need to speak or try to name the day. Where the coffee slowly cooled, something remained unspoken, not in words, not in goodbye, but in the way it stayed. A quiet place, a passing time that didn't feel like ending, still resting somewhere in my chest, like it was never through. New light settled on the table, thin and almost still. It traced the edge of both our cups, then rested where it will. You asked me something simple first, about a passing day. I answered in a quiet way that didn't drift too far. Soft conversations at noon, they stay close to the surface, not meant to reach too deep or wide, just enough to remain. They move in small and careful lines between the things we notice, a steady tone, a gentle pace that doesn't need to change. You spoke of something you had seen on your way through the street. I listened more than I replied and let it settle in. The air was warm but not too much. The room remained the same. No need to fill the space we had. It held us as we were. Soft conversations at noon, they linger without asking. No sudden turn, no lifted voice, just something quietly shared. They leave a trace without a mark, and how the moment passes. A simple flow, a quiet line that doesn't need to stay. The light began to shift a bit, but didn't pull away. We stayed until it leaned aside and slowly moved along. No ending shaped, no final word, just chairs that softly moved. And something in the way we left remained without a sound. Soft conversations at noon, still somewhere words we chose to say, but how they gently fell. The cup was warm against my hands, the window half in light, a quiet song was drifting through. But something felt alive, he brushed the sleeve against my arm, like you were passing by. But in that small and fleeting touch, the moment leaned our way. An afternoon spilled in coffee slowly across the table, not in a rush, not breaking through, just gently out of place. We didn't stop it from spreading, we let it find its shape. A quiet shift, a softened breath that neither could erase. You laughed a little differently, it lingered just a bit, like something caught between the words you didn't mean to give. I answered softer than before, but closer than I planned. And in between those simple lines, the silence changed its sound. An afternoon spilled in coffee, coloring all around us, not turning loud, not falling fast, just warming everything. The light moved slowly on the floor, we didn't try to follow, but every second pulled us in a little more than before. No sudden spark, no sudden turn, just something slowly opening, like ink that finds its way through white, without a single sound. And when the cups were left behind and chairs were pushed away, the air still held a trace of us that didn't fade with time. An afternoon spilled in coffee, still somewhere on that table. Not what we said, not what we did, but how it came to be. A quiet day, a moving light, a moment left unfolding, still pouring softly in my chest whenever you return. All the small things we kept stayed with us. 2 warm cups on the table, not much fuss. Finger-pick guitar, soft and low. Mellow piano answering in the flow. Light brush on the rhythm, barely there. Like a quiet heartbeat in the air. I keep my tone steady, low and near. Every word settling here. as we can't move along like a calm and easy little song. Not a rising cry, not too high, just a soft lift passing by. You say it's good like this and you smile. We don't need to change it, not for a while. Curtains shift a little morning breeze, sunlight resting gently through the leaves. Strings keep the motion warm and true. Piano walking lightly through all the small things we get, breathing slow. Every quiet moment starts to glow. Not a call across the air, not a plea, just a quiet rhythm, you and me. And it stays this simple day by day. In the calm we choose to stay. You looked up from your coffee cup like something caught your mind. The light had shifted just enough to change the way you smiled. I almost said something too soon, but held it just a bit. There was a rhythm in the air we didn't want to miss. The moment we let ourselves smile, it started small and quiet, not loud enough to break the room, but strong enough to stay. A gentle lift, a softer breath, the distance slowly faded, like something waiting all this time had found a place to move. You leaned a little closer in, not more than just an inch, but even that was more than words we hadn't said before. The music played a brighter tone, it filled the space between, and somehow everything we knew felt slightly rearranged. The moment we let ourselves smile, the day began to open, not rushing in, not falling fast, just slowly coming through. A quiet change, a steady rise. We didn't try to stop it, we let it be what it became, without a single push. No sudden spark, no burning light, just This warmth that kept on growing, like sunlight finding every edge of where we used to be. And when the time began to pass, we didn't try to hold it, but something stayed within our eyes that hadn't been before. The moment we let ourselves smile, it never really left us. Not in a word, not in a line, but in the way it felt. A simple day, a moving heart, a quiet kind of courage, still living softly in that space where we allowed ourselves. The chair creaks softly as you move, the sunlight shifting to a quiet room, a steady hum. But something wasn't still, your fingers tapped along the cup, not quite in time but close, like you were feeling something change before it had a name. The day the air began to sway, it started in between us, not in words, not in a sound, but somewhere we both felt a subtle pull, a gentle drift, the silence leaning closer, like everything we left untouched was slowly coming through. You said my name a little slow, it settled low and warm, and in that space it seemed to stay longer than before. I answered with a softer tone, but clearer than I meant, and something in the way it felt began to shift the room. The day the air began to sway, we didn't try to stop it, not rushing in, not stepping back, just letting it unfold. The light moved differently that day, it followed where we turned, a quiet rise, a steady change that neither of us broke. No sudden spark, no sudden flame, just motion in the stillness, like curtains breathing in and out, with no one there to move. And when the evening leaned inside, we stayed a little longer, as if the air would hold us there, if we just let it be. The day the air began to sway, it never fully left us, in every pause, in every glance, it moves us even now. A quiet shift, a living trace, a rhythm we remember, still gently passing through my chest, like you are sitting here. You asked me how my day had been, I gave a simple line, the kind you say without a thought, just passing something by. You smiled like When small talk turned into time, we didn't see it happen. Just minute after minute gone, like had somewhere to be. A quiet drift, a steady pace, the daylight slowly bending. And in between those simple words, something began to stay. You laughed a little softer then, but longer than before. Like something hidden in your voice had finally come through. I leaned a bit without a plan, my cup still in my hands. But even that small change in space felt larger than it was. When small talk turned into time, the room began to open. Not loud or fast, not breaking through, just slowly letting in. The music played behind our words, but we had stopped to hear it. Somewhere along the fading light, we stayed a little more. No sudden shift, no turning point, just something gently growing, like shadows stretching on the wall without a single sound. And when the hours slipped away, we didn't try to catch it, but something quiet held us there long after it was gone. When small talk